Growing up, my sister and I were inseparable. She wasn't just family, she was my best friend. The person I ran to when I was happy and the one who held me when I cried. She cheered for me in every small moment and pushed me forward when I doubted myself. I trusted her with everything. My secrets, my dreams, even the fears I never said out loud to anyone else. To me, she was the one person in the world who would never hurt me. So when I got engaged, she celebrated harder than anyone. She hugged me, cried happy tears, and said she was so proud of me. It felt real. It felt genuine. But looking back, that was the moment everything started to change. My fiancé Daniel was gentle and thoughtful, the kind of man who made the world feel safe. With him, everything felt steady, warm, and full of hope. We spent months planning our wedding together. Choosing colors, tasting food, looking at flowers. All those little details that make a day feel magical. My sister was right there with us. Helping, suggesting, smiling like she was truly happy for me. She kept saying we were the perfect couple. She kept telling me how lucky I was, how she couldn't wait to see me walk down the aisle. But while I was busy dreaming about my future, she was quietly building something behind my back, something I was too blind to see. There were small moments I brushed off, moments I should have paid attention to, little glances between them that lasted a bit too long. Inside jokes that I didn't understand, jokes they never explained to me. Then there were the late-night messages she claimed were wedding emergencies. And the way she always complimented Daniel. Not once or twice but all the time. He praised his shirts, his smile, even the way he walked. It felt strange, but I pushed the feeling away. When I finally asked her about it, she laughed. She said I was being paranoid, dramatic, insecure. And because she was my sister, the person I trusted most, I believed her. I shouldn't have. 3 days before the wedding, Daniel disappeared. No calls, no texts, not even a short message to say he was okay. It was like he just vanished from my life overnight. My sister was strangely calm. She told me he needed space, as if she already knew what was happening. Her tone felt too confident, too sure. And then it happened. They showed up together, standing side by side, holding hands like they had been a couple for years. She looked me straight in the eyes and said without a single drop of shame, Daniel realized he chose the wrong sister. In that moment, my world didn't just crack. It collapsed completely. News spread faster than I could breathe. Within hours, everyone knew my fiancé had left me for my own sister. Guests started backing out of the wedding. Some didn't want to be part of the drama. Others didn't know what to say. My parents were torn. They didn't know who to blame or how to help. Some people told me to forgive. Others told me to fight back. And there I was, broken, embarrassed, abandoned by the two people I trusted the most. But pain has a strange way of sharpening the mind. And slowly, a new kind of clarity began to rise inside me. A week later, while I was drowning in silence, a message appeared from an unknown number. At first, I thought it was just another pity text. But it wasn't. The sender said my sister had done this before. That stealing boyfriends wasn't a mistake. It was a pattern. A habit she carried out of jealousy and insecurity. He also told me something even more shocking. Daniel wasn't in love with her. He was being manipulated. Trapped. And then came the final warning. They were hiding something. Something huge. Something that could destroy them both if the truth ever came out. For the first time since everything fell apart, I felt a spark of power return to me. I started investigating quietly without telling anyone. I read old messages, asked the right questions, and connected every detail the stranger had shared with me. Piece by piece, everything began to make sense. My sister had been threatening Daniel. She told him she would expose a personal mistake he made, something he was terrified of anyone finding out, unless he left me. Daniel didn't run to her because he loved her. He ran because he was trapped, held in place by fear, not feelings. And the moment I understood this, my pain stopped feeling like weakness. It turned into purpose. A steady, quiet determination to uncover everything they tried to hide. I didn't confront them. I didn't scream, and I didn't shed another tear. Instead, I focused. I prepared. If they wanted to humiliate me in front of everyone, then I would let the truth do the same to them, but worse. Not with anger. Not with drama. Just with the facts they tried so hard to hide. I waited quietly and patiently for the perfect moment. The moment when their own actions would reveal who they truly were. I refused to cancel the venue. I refused to hide or disappear. When the day arrived, I walked into the hall filled with confused guests. Some stared. Some whispered. Everyone expected me to break down or run away. But I stood tall. Calm. Almost peaceful. I looked at the room and said, "Before anything, I need to tell you all the truth." I took a deep breath and began. First, I played the audio recordings I had secretly collected. My sister threatening Daniel, telling him he had no choice but to leave me, using his fears to control him. Every word she had whispered in secrecy was now echoing through the hall. Her carefully built facade of innocence started to crumble instantly. Then I showed the messages she had sent to friends, where she bragged about stealing my life, about how she had been waiting for the right moment to take everything from me. I didn't exaggerate. I didn't make up stories. I let the truth speak for itself. It was enough. The room went completely silent. No one moved. My parents were frozen in shock, their faces pale with disbelief. The guests couldn't speak. They just stared, their eyes wide as the betrayal unfolded before them. My sister. She didn't run. She didn't cry. She froze. Her entire world had collapsed in an instant and she had no idea how to fix it. For the first time, everyone could see the real her. The lies, the jealousy, the manipulation that she had hidden for so long. Daniel finally spoke, quietly, admitting the truth about how she had pressured him, how he had felt trapped, how he had never truly loved her. It was a moment of clarity for everyone in that room. Me. I stayed calm, letting them see everything unravel. I didn't need to shout. I didn't need to cry. I didn't even need to confront her directly. The truth was enough. Her own actions, exposed to the world, were more powerful than anything I could have done to fight back. And in that moment I finally felt free. After the reveal, everything my sister had built around her reputation began to crumble. The confident, untouchable image she carried for years disappeared in front of everyone. Daniel admitted the truth to friends and family, how he had been pressured, manipulated, and forced into choices he didn't want to make. The guests saw her for what she really was: jealous, controlling, and selfish. She tried to argue, to blame me, to twist the story, but no one listened. Her words were empty now. Within minutes, her pride, her lies, and the facade she wore for so long were completely destroyed. She ran out of the hall, humiliated and broken, with Daniel following, not out of love but guilt and shame. Everything she had tried to steal, everything she had manipulated, collapsed in an instant. Me. I stood tall. The silence around me felt like victory. Her downfall had happened quietly, with no need for revengeful words. The truth had done all the work. In the weeks that followed, people reached out. Some called me brave. Some apologized for doubting me. Friends who had left came back, realizing the truth. But my greatest satisfaction wasn't in their reactions. It was the peace I felt inside. I had been betrayed by the people I trusted most, humiliated publicly, and yet I had not lost myself. I rebuilt my life slowly, day by day, without my sister and without Daniel. I learned to protect myself, to trust my instincts, and to never let anyone have that kind of power over me again. The best revenge, I realized, isn't anger or hatred. It's living your life fully and letting the truth expose those who tried to destroy you. Within weeks, Daniel and my sister's relationship fell apart. Daniel left her, realizing there was never any love, only guilt and manipulation. My sister tried to hide, block everyone, and rebuild her image, but the damage was permanent. Her betrayal had tied them together and then destroyed them both. Me. I moved forward. I focused on my own happiness, my own life, and the lessons I learned from the pain. I didn't need them to validate me. I didn't need revenge beyond the truth being exposed. I was finally free. Betrayal from loved ones is one of the deepest wounds we can face. It can make you feel lost, broken, and humiliated. But the real power is in standing up for yourself. In letting the truth come out. In protecting your peace. In not becoming what others hoped you would become: bitter, angry, or defeated. My sister didn't ruin my life. She only ruined her own. And that is a lesson I will never forget.